Hey everyone, this is Kerry Stellar from MMA UK and in the Girls Corner, and I'm about to be joined live with Tom Espinosa to talk some MMA news, and a little bit about UFC 230 that's happening tomorrow night. I know I am really excited about it, and I'm sure you fight fans are really excited about it. And the cool thing is, I know we both know a couple people fighting on the card, so we have some fun things to discuss. And I also want to talk about Bellator 208, where Tom had a huge win, first round submission. So we're just going to link him in a couple seconds and get this show rocking and rolling. Oh, wow, he's right on time. Hold on. Never go this fast. Oh my gosh, it actually went fast. It worked for once.
What's up? What's happening?
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you? I just got done teaching.
Good. Really excited. We don't have an echo because usually the last couple of interviews have had some huge echoes and feedback. So this is really good that the sound is awesome. Tell everybody a little bit about where you teach, because there might be some people, hey Steve, that haven't seen our first interview.
Yeah, so right now I am at Pure Mixed Martial Arts. Actually, we have a couple guys getting a couple rounds in right now. Yeah, so I just finished teaching my Muay Thai class tonight.
Awesome, awesome. And for those of you that don't know, hey Pete, how you doing? Tom had a huge win at Bellator 208, first round submission. So why don't you talk us a little bit through that, because that was awesome. I had been cage side for it. Can't beat that.
Yeah, so I called it. I called the first round finish, and whether it was on the ground or standing. So yeah, I was confident in my game, and I'm pretty sure the kid wasn't confident in his game because the kid that I fought was, a striker. He was a striker like I was, and as you guys saw, within the minute he shot in on me. So I mean, and then I got my first round submission. So I think that it might have been actually cooler than a knockout.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And I got a picture just as you were transitioning from the triangle to the armbar. So I was like really super excited that I caught that moment, um, which was just beautifully done. How did it feel to be fighting one at a big venue like that? You got Nassau Coliseum. Everybody that you knew was there to see you do your thing. How did that feel?
It was great. I couldn't be any more happier and proud of myself and my team. Even though I go in the cage and fight myself, it's not possible without my team. Again, I need my training partners and the guidance of my coaches. So I was very very excited. Even though I didn't show it really emotionally, I'm not really a big but
Lies.
um, I was happy, and I enjoyed it, and hopefully I get another experience like that, whether it's for them or for the UFC. So I'm excited.
Yeah, and I mean that wouldn't be out of the question. The UFC does have a 125-pound division for now. Who knows what's going on? I know that there's a lot of rumors that maybe with Demetrius Johnson gone and TJ Dillashaw is going to be fighting Henry, that it's so up in the air. But I can't see them getting rid of a division over that, like, maybe it was Demetrius Johnson's lack of you know excitability. I don't know, but I would not
Yeah.
shit can a whole division because of it.
I don't know. It could be a possibility. I know a lot. I know they do like the if they don't give us a chance. So I mean, like you see, I have 5 knockouts. So I mean, give us a chance. Give the guys that deserve to be there a chance. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. So for example, that basket was Demetrius Johnson, and a
Mm.
lot of people didn't enjoy watching him, or they either watched him to see him lose.
Yeah.
Um, so I think that they should keep the division alive and continue giving those guys a chance. Again, hopefully I get my call. I'm staying in shape. I most likely it's going to be a short notice call if I get a call. So um, again, we're just training now, back to training. I got to enjoy a little time off and teach. So now I'm back to the grind.
Hey, and the grind doesn't quit. Opponents don't sleep. So at the end of the day, that's just something you guys got to do. I mean, I know so many people that fought on that card that were back in the gym really fast too, because at the end of the day, if you get that short notice call, you got to be able to get in there. This is your career.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited, and again, I'm always ready to take a fight, whether it's a week or on a 3-day notice, especially if it's a UFC. I mean, obviously, if it's regional, I'm not really gonna go and dive in for that short notice call. It's not worth it.
Yeah,
It puts my career and my career and my record in jeopardy. So right now,
absolutely.
my record is it's my everything right now. So I got to protect it.
You know what? A lot of people, I don't know if that they don't think about stuff like that, but that's a very business mindset that, protecting your assets and doing what's best for you in your career. And I don't know if a lot of people don't necessarily think about that, or they don't think about that in the long term. And that's huge. And it also says about the team that you have behind you that, you have very good advice, clearly.
So yeah, so I mean, if you want to do this as a career, you have to start thinking business wise. Every move from now on puts me in either a good situation or a really bad situation, or it sets me back.
Absolutely.
So it's like, am I going all in for a short notice regional fight, or am I going all in for a UFC fight? I'd rather take a short notice fight for the UFC than a short notice for something here. I know Ring of Combat, the gym I have my belt for, wanted me to defend my belt against one of the guys I train with. So it's weird. So I'm not really trying to do that, especially November 10th or the 16th, whatever day it is.
Yeah, that's
Because
soon.
I'll
I
make
think
the
the
weight.
10th or the
Yeah,
17th or
it's really
something.
soon for me. I mean, I'll fight, but it's not worth it. I'm not hurting for money, and at this point, it's about business.
Do you do grappling tournaments and stuff in between?
Actually, no, I just continue training, but I'm getting pushed to do the next Naga or something. I haven't competed jiu-jitsu in 4 years, but I train it, so I'm excited. I'm excited to do that. I definitely, we actually just watched the fight to win last
Mm-hmm.
week, and I was actually really, really, really intrigued by it, and it caught my eye. So I'm definitely looking at that, or I would definitely like to do an EBI or something so I can just continue staying active.
There's a lot by you. Men of War is in New Jersey at they do it at the Showboat, and I Play America. Fight to Win is all over the place. That I've seen virtually everywhere. So there's a lot. At least there's a lot of stuff that you could do in the downtime. When you're not getting that call for one of the
Yeah,
big
that
three.
or I'm just training. I'm working on new techniques and new assets for my game. So I mean, it's not like I'm not staying busy. Even I'm always working to better myself.
Yeah.
Again, I'm trying to make that career hop. So it's like for me to grow, I have to continue to learn. So I'm not trying to stay in one lane.
Absolutely. And you got to stick around for that whole fight card at the Coliseum. You did, right? I know I saw you almost the whole night. That
Yeah,
was just
I was
one
ready
of
for
the
my
best fight
Snickers.
cards. Yeah, you
My
were
Snickers.
pissing. You were so fun. I'm sorry I didn't have the Snickers. I will have it for you. I promise. Either New Year's Eve. But if we win this weekend, that would be the best thing ever.
Yeah,
Um,
no, that'd be great.
that was what was your favorite fight besides your own on that card?
Actually,
Besides your fight, which one was the best one that you loved?
um, I gotta say the girls that fought after me, the one that knocked out that girl, dude, she gave it to her. She made the girl quit. She
Yeah.
TKO'd the girl or finished her, whatever it was. But I was like, she was throwing some heat. I was excited about that one, and I don't know. I don't really, nothing else really caught my eye. That was
Yeah.
that was really it. That was one
Jennifer's a
I would
friend of
say.
mine. She's a really, really good chick, and she's a great person. I've interviewed her countless times. I've had her at events with me before. She's so much fun, and to see her get that win and dominant performance. She did. She had Jessica saying enough. I think she said stop, something like that. Like she was verbally tapping. So that's got to
Yeah,
feel kind of great to have somebody go like, I've
she definitely blew me out of the water with that one.
had
I'm
enough.
usually the one that's knocking people out. So I mean, no, good for her. I'm very like I don't personally know her, but good for her. Proud of her.
You'll meet her. She's awesome. Jennifer is a lot of fun. And I mean, I was excited because she could have she's been working, I know, a lot on her ground game, so she could have taken it there, but her pedigree is boxing. She was in Rio in the Olympics, so I was really excited for her to get it done. Yeah, in that manner. I thought that was really right.
Get some rounds, get some rounds up.
Right. And it's crazy because I've seen her fight so many times, but that was the best performance I've ever seen out of her. And it could have been the night, the stage, the venue, it could have been so many things, but that was just, it was epic. I definitely enjoyed watching.
Yeah, I mean, the way they handle it over there, it was like amazing. I was walking through the hallways of former pro boxers, former professional bands, and I'm like, so I wasn't fanboying as much as I should have, because I was embracing my own fight,
Yeah.
my journey and stuff. So kind of was in my own little mindset. But afterwards when I was walking back to pick up my, to talk to the commission and show them that I won and that I'm good. I was embracing it. I was loving it. It was like the most amazing thing ever. And again, being just fresh 26 and being able to do that. Not a lot of 26-year-olds are able to do that unless they're doing the same thing I'm doing, or if not higher ranked than I am. So it was a great experience.
True. Absolutely true. And I mean, 26 years young, that is absolutely huge. And you're right. I mean, I don't know too many people that are I'm 39. I don't know a lot of 39-year-olds that, have gotten a fight at Bellator or at Nassau Coliseum and, nonetheless do anything there. So whenever I'm there, I kind of have that, like, I feel honored, if I'm sitting there as press or if I'm at a different event, because I've done so many different things over there, tattoo conventions, you name it. And it really does feel there's something in the air about being at a place like that with the history. And I can't pronounce this name. It's got 2 E's. Camellia Daniel. I don't know. Said pineapple on your pizza? Yes or no?
Yeah, I'm Spanish. Yeah, of course, I'll try it.
Have you ever had it?
I've had it. Yes, I've had it. I don't. They put ham in it. I'm not a big ham guy.
Yeah, ham on pizza just kind of creeps me out. But I do like the idea of fruit on pizza. I kind of like the sweet, salty thing.
I dig it. Yeah, I would eat it. So yes, the pineapple.
I
I'm
would
that
get
guy.
into that. I'd try
I
it. I
would.
remember when I went to what the hell was that place? The Melting Pot. It's like one of those
Oh, I hate that place.
Yeah, I didn't like the place itself, but the idea of it, where with the cheese and the fruit and all that shit, was actually kind of good. I was a little taken aback. I'm like,
It was cool, but I'm a guy. I need something to like fill me up.
I'm a
Like
guy.
with the people I went, they were full. And I'm like, really? Me and my boy were like, we're going to get something else to eat. I spent $70 there, and I wasn't content. I hated it.
It is. That is the only issue, is that you're definitely leaving those places starving for like a nice steak or, something real food. Colin Mezzacappa wanted to know, will you fight at 135 if the UFC offered it? And I know we've spoken about that, but he hasn't heard your answer.
I'd fight Cormier if they gave me an offer. Yeah, I would. I would. It would, yeah, exactly. It would have to be a big organization to fight like that. I'm actually very interested, obviously, if, I definitely would like to get into ONE FC if I can't get into the UFC right away. I definitely want to travel a little bit and, again, get around and experience, different fight games out there.
Why not? And ONE FC is one of the biggest come-ups right now. I mean, let's get into that. Some MMA news from this week, that was from this week. Earlier on in the week, they finally broke the news that UFC traded Demetrius Johnson for Ben Askren. Ben Askren was a former ONE FC champion, retired welterweight champion, I believe, and Demetrius Johnson was our UFC flyweight champion who lost his fight, and his belt went to Henry Cejudo. Can't pronounce his last name. I always butcher it, but I try. What do you think of that? I mean, that's huge to have trades in MMA. That's never been done, not that I know of, and I've been watching mixed martial arts forever.
Yeah, that's new, and I don't know how I feel about it. It's weird. I feel like they're I don't know. They traded one of the strongest 125s, and I would like to go to ONE FC just to fight Demetrius. You know, that's the goal. You know,
Why
you're
not?
not you can't be a UFC champion unless you fight him. You know, he was what, a 12-time champ, if not
Yeah.
a 10. So I mean, somebody who I would like to fight in the future. Yeah, obviously, when I get my resume up and I'm able to ask for that fight and not, you know, not be rude about it, but I mean, with all
Yeah.
respect, ask for that. But yeah, I mean that would definitely be a reason why I would like to go to ONE FC to, get a chance against them. I win or lose, I wanna face the champ, the actual champ.
And why not? I mean, at the end of the day, that's any fighter should want to, fight the best guy out there. It's like, you know, how could you really say, you beat the best if you didn't? You know what I mean? And not to knock anybody out there, but when you're fighting a guy like Demetrius
I
Johnson,
don't
we
think
all
they
know
really
his
want to
resume
fight.
is just enormous, and he's beat the best of the best.
Yeah, and he's ran through that division twice.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, it's incredible. Um, the cool
he hasn't
news
fought me yet,
about
though.
that, what
He
happened?
hasn't fought me yet. I said he hasn't fought me yet.
Yeah, facts. You're
That's
you're
right.
his you're gonna be his kryptonite, kind of
Kryptonite.
like John Jones being DC's kryptonite. People ask me all the time, do you think that DC will beat him? I said, I don't think so. I think it's just like Misha Tate fighting Ronda Rousey. She's never gonna beat Ronda, not even on her
Yeah,
best day.
yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, that's how it'll be. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks seeing him leave, but who knows? He might make some more money going over there.
Oh yeah,
Because
he'll be
they
huge
say they
over
take
there.
care of, yeah, they say they take care of fighters over there, and the thing with getting into ONE FC, I was told, is you either have to be Asian or have like a big following behind you, which again, my following's growing, but I don't
I'll
think
get you
it's
there.
up to where, yeah, I don't think it's up to where it should be for ONE FC. But again, I'll let my managers handle that and my coaches. Um, but yeah, obviously we have our eyes set in the UFC right now. If we don't get into it, then either another Bellator fight or Glory Kickboxing again, or maybe even ONE FC, or I don't know. I want to fight in Japan. I'll be honest with you. I
Oh,
want to fight for either Road FC or the Ryzen card.
that's another big, big, big one. You have like Gabby Garcia's over there. I think Andy
I
Wynn
want to give
fought
her
over
a hug.
there
I want to
recently.
reach my arms around her.
What happened?
I said I want to give Gabby Garcia a hug. I want to make sure I can get my arms around her.
I love her. First off, let's just
She's funny.
talk about her and Chris Cyborg, who have arguably one of the cutest little friendships I've ever seen played out and displayed on social media. They are awesome. And I've interviewed Chris, and she's talked about that. Like she said, they're really, really, really they're best friends. And she said, she got picked on a lot when she was a kid, Chris, which kind of, I wouldn't pick on Chris Cyborg. And she
Yeah,
said, if you could imagine how bad I got picked on, think about how bad Gabby got it. She's a big lady. She was always a big lady, even growing up. She was bigger than everybody else. So,
yeah,
she said that she got
strong
it pretty
cow.
bad, but she's supposedly one of the nicest people in mixed martial arts. So I've heard.
Yeah, no, I definitely, like I said, I definitely would like to fight overseas. And you know what? I'm not fighting for the money. I'm fighting for the experiences. I want to embrace it. And like these older guys, like you look up to the older guys now, which no offense to them, but like Fedor,
I
he's like
love it. No
40,
offense to them, but
he's like
go.
43, yeah. But I'm like looking at him, I'm like, can I get your autograph? Or like, hey, can I get a handshake? So I definitely want to embrace that. And when I look back and then the guys are looking up to me, they're like, oh, Mr. Espinosa.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm
It's
like, that's
true. It's
that's more
true.
about that because again, money comes and goes. You want that satisfaction, with people. And at the end of the day, we are entertainers, and our job is to entertain. And without the fans, we don't have a job. So that's basically another. Again, it's another business move. You have to be likable. You have to be
Yes.
able to communicate, and you got to be genuine. If you're a douche, then you're a douche. If you're not a douche, you're nice and trying to be a douche, and that's not really genuine. So,
No, there's like 2.25 fighters that can be a douche and just get away with it. And we've seen that play out in the past couple of weeks. You got Conor McGregor, arguably one of the biggest douches in MMA. I say, well, people are like, you hate him. I'm like, I don't hate him. I just don't like the bullshit that he does. And to be honest, sometimes he can't back it up. So, you know, the guy's talented. He's not well-rounded. I could go down the list of things as to why I'm not a fan of him.
Yeah.
I'm Irish, so I could sit there and talk shit all I want to about that man because I come from his country. I'm allowed. But he does it. You know what I mean? And like, he does it and people love him for it. What movie was that from where they said you talk shit and they love you? Oh, Pool Hall Junkies. You talk shit to them and they still love
We
you.
talked about
You call them
that.
names and they still love you.
Actually, a couple of my training partners and coaches tell me to start practicing my shit ton because it's terrible. But
there's something to be said for it as much as like, you know, it's not what you want to sell a fight on. Look at what Ben's doing. Ben has been calling everybody and their brother out in the UFC. He called out both Nick and Nate at the same time. He called out Khabib, GSP.
And you know what? I want to do the same thing. I'm gonna start doing it. I'm to the point where I don't care. You know, like I'm 6 finishes, so they can all suck my balls basically.
Yeah, I love it. And you don't have to have a filter out here. We are like no holds barred. You can say whatever you want.
Oh, good, beautiful. Yeah, because I'm being polite. I'm being nice. But yeah, no.
Don't be. Well, be to me, but not to everybody else.
Yeah, no, of course not to you. No, yeah. Those flyweights fucking suck balls. Like I said, like a lot of them, they don't move like me. They don't, and you know, they're gonna try to wrestle fuck me. So what I think is that you know I get my opportunity that I can back it up. You know, I've gone through 6 guys like this. So and they're tough guys. So it's not like I was fighting slouches. So you know, I got into it.
I would call them soup cans.
Yeah, exactly. Like the last kid I fought.
Tommy's record is not padded.
Yeah, exactly. He was a striker, and guess what? I got him out of his own. And he's probably been training Taekwondo way longer than me, competing longer than me.
Yeah.
And I scared him. You know, he ended up trying to wrestle me, and that didn't work. So.
No, it didn't work at all. That was so great. What a fantastic. Really, really. I was like out of my seat. People were looking at me and they get mad. They catch feelings when people are standing up. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't even care. Get mad all you want to. One of the best nights ever.
I had a blast. I wish I had another fight after that because I wanted to fight again. I was a little disappointed I finished it too quick. But I mean, at the end of the day, I wanna finish. You know, so so now I'm nice. I'm trying to call the UFC and then talk to them and whatever. I'm getting the little shoulders. Whatever.
You're allowed.
But like I said, these flyweights aren't gonna be able to handle it. You know, like I've said it before, I called my last fight, and it's not being cocky; it's confidence. You know,
facts. There's a huge difference.
You know, I won't talk shit to you, but you know, I'm gonna fuck you up basically. So,
I'm gonna back that shit up.
Yeah, exactly. I might not be able to stir the pot, but I can lick the spoon. So whatever.
I like that, and that might be the new saying that we're gonna make a meme out of it and put that up. I like that a lot. I've never heard that one. That's a new one. What else do we have? We heard that another rumor going around, and you know, a lot of people go, it's never gonna happen. Well, a lot of those rumors that never were gonna happen ended up happening. Khabib possibly fighting GSP. Everybody's going, how is it going to happen? Well, it's not that very hard. GSP could drop down to 165. Khabib can come up. It's going to be a super fight. I can't see GSP making 155. And if he does, I can't see him being at his best game. That's a depletion of your muscles. That's just, I can't. And
it's GSP. I think.
I know he's the shit, but still.
I don't know. I think he'll be able to beat up. I think he'll beat Khabib. I definitely have. Well, yeah. Just for example, like Connor or GSP is not a wrestler. He's fucking a lot of wrestlers up with his wrestling. Where
I know.
You gotta set it up. You know his game. He's gonna fake shoot, and what happens? He takes him down. So Khabib hasn't fought a wrestler. So the same thing with Ben. What's his face? Name, the one that just got transferred.
Askren.
Askren, yeah, I couldn't pronounce his last name.
I got you. I got you.
If he was able to make, thanks. If he was able to drop down and make the weight, he's another one that would fuck up Khabib. So everybody that's like Khabib's, the new champ, this and that. I want to see him fight Ferguson. Ferguson is gonna fuck him up just because Ferguson is what, two-time All-American.
Yeah.
He's got great striking, is fucking phenomenal, and he's awkward. He's weird. So I love him, and I think he's gonna mess up Khabib. So and till this day, I still think Tony's the champ. Never lost a title. He got stripped over an injury.
I love Tony Ferguson. He's so talented. His fighting style is amazing, and I definitely want to see that before GSP. I'd like to see that, and then make a super fight. I actually have talked about them making like a super fight belt, not a division, because you can't really do that. There's men, there's women. It just doesn't work. But like they had with Conor and Floyd, how they had the money belt. Well, call it the super fight belt. And that way you're not putting an entire division on hold. You're not ruining someone's career, someone's record in their division. It's just basically for money. Call it what it is. A super fight isn't really for anything else other than that. I mean, yeah, people want to get
Like a
2,000
bonus. Yeah, like a
but
bonus.
to me, it's more for money.
I feel like they should, if they want to do stuff like that, they should probably open up like almost like a fight to win. You know how they have their own promotion?
Something.
They have a different promotion. Maybe
Yeah.
they should do something where it's just for grapplers.
Maybe.
If it's something like that for fight, like a super fight, maybe because then you're gonna get this variation of body types. Again, you have the gender play, so
That's a big
you don't want to
problem.
mix
Yeah.
them up. Yeah, exactly. And you don't want to put a little guy with a big guy because then it just turns into pride all over again, which they got away
Absolutely.
from.
Absolutely.
So maybe, but you don't know how long they want to keep that division for. So maybe, or the UFC, because remember what 2 years ago they were trying to sell it.
Yeah.
So so you don't know how much they want to put any more into it. So unless
Anything
it's
could
the younger
happen.
guys, exactly. Unless they want to like set up other or branch off into other little things, then that's different.
And you never know. I
Um,
mean, I could see it happening. They're constantly growing. I mean, this I've watched it evolve from UFC one, which has been
yeah,
really, really cool to watch. I tell people when they're like, "Oh, the fights," and I'm like, "Well, have you ever watched them back in the day?" I'm like, I urge you to please go watch UFC one and start from there and watch the
just
history
watch
behind it
Pride.
because there's so
I
much.
haven't watched Pride.
Hmm?
Pride, they were roided out and coked out.
Pride,
Boom,
you can
Pride.
literally get away with like anything. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, wasn't there a thing that you just had to disclose what you were on? Wasn't that like their kind of rule?
They knew what you were on. Nobody was clean back then, so
Yeah.
um, I'm pretty sure they had something. I mean, there's a lot of stuff like there was like stuff involved with the Yakuza, so it's like it's weird. So it's definitely a touchy thing, and I feel like that's a lot of reason why it went down because there was a lot of negative and foul play in there where fights were rigged.
Yeah.
There was threats. So I mean, I just don't want to go over that. I don't give a fuck. I'll take a dive. I don't care. I'll fight.
I joked around and I said, if somebody put me in a cage with Conor McGregor, I get punched in the face for $1 million, please and thank you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not
Right.
gonna say
Oh
no to
yeah,
that.
of course. Something like
Like,
that, I'd take it. I mean, if I can beat his ass, I'll beat him. But if I can't, then I'm just taking the dive. I don't care. I'm making him work.
there you go. You gotta make them work for it. And I mean, it's funny because I can equate it to what I do, right? Like I've gone through the ranks of what I would consider, through the ranks of journalism. I've been to every amateur show that you can imagine. I've been to every professional show and covered them all, with the exception of the UFC. I am working on that too. It's everybody's dream in our industry is to get to the biggest level. And I've been to and covered every single show out there, with the exception of the UFC. It's the only one that I haven't been on press row for. And that's not to
Yeah,
say
I
that that's
haven't been
not
on
an
that one
imminent
either.
goal for me, because it is.
I'm still waiting to go to you live from the cage. Still waiting.
Yeah.
So hopefully I get that call to get in there.
I think you
Um,
will. I mean, your social media is just getting way back. The pretzel day was just, I was dying. People are still commenting to see what pretzel is like.
she's
Um,
a pain in the ass. Everybody. So here's the thing. This is how fake people are. They're bragging about their cat, like how like the cat's really good and stuff. And guys, if you guys don't know, just follow my social media. You'll catch up on it. But
pretzel,
um, so yeah,
crazy
like
piece of
3 days
shit.
ago was National Cat Day, and everybody's praising their cats and stuff. How like cat's the best thing ever. I'm just venting on my cat, where it's like the worst cat ever. She throws up wherever she wants. She'll smack me. She'll jump on me when I'm sleeping. She'll attack my ankle sometimes.
But
She's
that's
an
a
asshole.
cat. That's like having a 2-year-old. It's ankle biters. It's what they do.
Yeah, she sucks. And
It
like
is like it.
like one thing what did I say? Oh, I'll take a shower. She'll jump in with like, cause I have a little ledge in my
Yeah.
bath, so it was like where I put my shampoo and stuff.
Yeah.
A little window, so she'll hide back there and just stare at me. So I'm like, here we go. What a creep.
She's like a hired assassin.
And then when she tries to, when she starts purring and wants affection, I go to pet her and she literally paws my face. I'm like,
Is she
okay.
related to my cat? Because my cat Soldier will she's so, I call her Soldier. She's her whole pride. What am I thinking? She's a lion. Her whole litter was hit by a car and she was the only one that survived. So I named her Soldier. She's my little soldier. Plus I thought she was
Really?
a boy and she turned out to be a girl. So that kind of, well, I'm going to keep her name
Narcissist.
anyway. Yeah.
But but this is how spoiled my cat is. Like I would give her dry shampoo baths, and then now she doesn't take it. She won't let me bathe her anymore. It's, literally I rub her in, and then that's it.
That's
She
so
won't.
cute.
She's disgusting. She's gross. She hasn't showered in months.
They make wipes, actually, cat wipes. I had them for her because I dated a guy years ago that was allergic to my cats, and I tried. Oh man, I was like the best girlfriend ever. I tried everything to get this guy to be comfortable. Nothing worked. Finally, I had to
I
dump
would
him. I
do a
wasn't gonna
cat
keep
on
my
him. I
cats.
literally would
I
do
said,
a
I'm
cat
like,
on
motherfucker,
his
you
face.
gotta go. The cats are not. Like, I'll find another guy.
Not
No,
me. I'm trying to get rid of the cat. I'm posting her on there. I'm like, who wants a cat named Pretzel? So a lot of the guys at my school, at our gym, are asking me. They're like, we need to see this Pretzel cat. I I gotta post her. She doesn't let me take pictures of her. She's like that girlfriend you want to introduce them, but she hides, kind of thing. Yeah, she's an
the
asshole.
one where you're like,
Yeah,
I really do have a girlfriend. I do. You're just never gonna meet her. Kind of like
that's
that.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I had
And
it was so funny when I was doing my friend's costume the other day. P.S. I definitely won Halloween being a keyboard warrior. Like MMA pages were sharing my picture. I fucking won Halloween hands down.
dude, I was laughing so hard when I saw that.
Tell me that wasn't the best costume ever. And it
That
was
was
so
the
cheap.
best.
It
I
cost me
thought it was
nothing to
funny.
do. I just put signs all over me.
Yeah, for a second, yeah, I thought the Russians were taking over when I saw that. That's what I
Dude,
had to do with my last fight or the Tajikistan people. That's
yeah,
what it was. People
yeah.
from Tajikistan, not even Russia or whatever.
Oh,
But yeah,
so funny.
they never messaged me that night after I won. I was like, I was hoping like a congratulations or like a fuck you or something afterwards. I
Fuck
get
you,
nothing.
here's rat.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They didn't message me back. So
They were it was really crazy because actually the whole weekend was there was a lot of Russian fights on the card. Even at in Connecticut, I was there at Bellator the night
yeah,
before.
the PFL. What is that? All Russian? That seems like it's all Russian on it.
There's a lot actually, and you'll see New Year's Eve Khabib will be there. They're like the whole team comes out for it. It's really wild. They're all there walking around, hanging out with people. It's I think a bunch of his teammates and maybe a cousin or two fights for them. So there's a lot of it's a heavy Russian presence on that card. It's actually a lot of fun to go there. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I'm pretty stoked.
yeah.
What the hell else am I doing on New Year's Eve? Hanging out with my cats. She was beating my friend up the other day. I did his costume. All this. Yo, dude walks in. My friend Vic is awesome. He's such a great guy. He walks in my house, normal. She goes up to him, loves him. He gets out of the chair, and you could see she's kind of like backed away and like was like, and she's never scared of nothing. So she goes and hides in the room. He goes outside to go charge his phone. And he's walking back in, and I heard her being all cute, at least I thought. And I said, was that just her? And he's like, yeah, she was so cute. Like we was trying to get in the door. And all of a sudden, she just literally viciously starts attacking the dude. I'm like, whoa! It was the Halloween makeup. She was so scared. She was so pissed. She's like, and then she got mad at me. Like, why'd you let him in the house, bitch? It was his.
I saw, and then like if she's mean to me, I'll torment her with a little spray bottle. Like
Ah,
I'll
that's
hide.
why.
She started it. She started it. So like I'll hide behind the couch and she'll look for me, she'll smell, and I turn around and
You have got to
look,
set up like a webcam just to like have that
she
something funny.
I know, I thought about making YouTube videos about like
You should.
me and Pretzel.
You should. I think it would be funny.
Yeah,
Hey, you know what? People watch crazier things, the cat videos. Everybody loves them.
yeah, but my cat doesn't do anything cute. That's
But
another
to
thing I
you,
think.
it's not. But to us, it might be hilarious. I can tell you, I would get a laugh out of her stalking you at the window, waiting for you to get out of the shower. I would laugh.
I'm gonna put peanut butter on her and then have the dog chase her.
That's
Or just
horrible. That's not even nice. She would get eaten and die. Although you might enjoy
no,
that.
no, actually, believe it or not, they get along really good. They're actually pretty cool. But
Cats and dogs do
she's
get along better than
bipolar.
you would think.
She's bipolar,
Me
and then
too.
she's bipolar, and then the fucking attacks the dog. So it's crazy. It's funny.
She's bipolar. I say that about my cats. I have my one cat, Sage. She's just so sweet, and she's got that side of my personality. And Soldier's just a question mark. So they're like my two sides.
I know it's questionable. It's a questionable decision.
Yeah, it is. She's a questionable cat. So now, all right, another really cool thing that came out today. I didn't get to see the press conference, but John Jones. Oh, I put it on my Facebook. Put it on my
I know.
Instagram too. He said no when they asked him what did he learn from all of his past mistakes, and he said no more dick pills and foreplay. And I put on my thing. I was like, liar. We know that is not true. You lying.
Oh man, yeah, he's what, 29? There's no need for the dick pills. That's funny.
No, unless he's really like got something going on that none of us know about, or maybe he took medication when he was younger that fucked his shit up, because that happens too. But like, come on, guy, I don't buy it at all.
I've taken stuff in my day, but nothing's fucked me up like that.
Liar. No kidding. That's my new thing. I call everybody liars. It's the best. When you're sitting there and you hear a conversation, just scream that out. You will watch people. It's great. Or I called somebody. I walked past this old couple. I was like, cheater. Like, who does that? My friend's like, I'm disappointed in you. You're mean. I'm like, no. She knows she's
That's
cool.
a good way to start.
I am a shit stirrer. Cheater. So we had, the big press conference today with John Jones and Alexander Gustafsson. Amanda Nunes came out with Chris Cyborg. Chris is huge. I cannot see Amanda winning that fight.
I was just going to say that. I was literally going to say, well, Jones and Gustafsson, they had the little shove game going on.
Yeah, Dana looked so pissed. Shit-eating grin on his face. We all know they were packaging and selling that shit.
Yeah, they're definitely selling. I think, and a lot of it is, I think it's going to be shit talk, because they literally their protege Connor set that up. So now a lot of guys are trying to raise up to the bar. It's about numbers now.
Absolutely. Oh, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. And they saw Dana White was so pissed about that whole thing with Connor and Khabib until the pay-per-view numbers came out. And it was one of their best pay-per-views ever.
Yeah, higher than Conor McGregor and Mayweather, right?
Yeah, so at the end of the day, not so bad, and it's crazy because a lot of people, didn't. It was, people asked me about that fight before it happened, but after, people were like messaging me, family members, like, oh, who do you think is going to win? And I was like, Connor doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell. I had a couple people that were like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. And they lost a lot of money on that. I'm like, don't bet against me. I do know what I'm talking about. Now, everybody knows now who Khabib is. If you didn't know who he is, everybody knows. They might not be able to pronounce his name fully.
I'm not. He's boring to me,
Oh, I love him. I love watching him fight. I do. I love watching him mauling. I love watching a person, get somebody where they can't even do anything about it. Can't even,
you like it, but like us, the fighters, like it sucks. Like you got somebody that's just laying on you. It's like, bro, like.
I get that. I get why that would be annoying.
Like when I get people on top of me, I talk shit. I'm like, dude, this is it. What are you gonna fuck me? Take me out. like this. Because again, I'm coming here to fight. I'm not coming here to do a naga or a fucking combat jiu-jitsu with you. I'm trying to fight.
Listen, if you were a hot chick, we'd be having a whole different ball game of a discussion. I totally get that.
Yeah, exactly. If it was a hot girl, then definitely, I wouldn't argue. But
Paige Van Zandt. We saw her at the thing. You were like, yeah, but she's married now.
Yeah, she's married. Fuck that.
She is. And I gotta say, she's cute, but she's like stripper cute.
I throw a couple bills at her.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she's got that, really stripper porn star hot thing going on. Like, not even girl, your face, not even girl next door. Not even. Stripper. She's stripper hot. Misha Tate, too.
Oh my God, Misha Tate, since she had the kid, oh my God, she got hot. She's another one that I'd take out.
The funniest thing is that after, you would think that like women, like, you know, women, we get nervous. We're like, oh, everything's going to be ruined. Guys going to want to, no, guys are like, oh, she had a kid, she's even hotter. Weird. Weird. I guess
Yeah,
it changes like everything's shapeliness and all that business. So there's something to
just
be
gets
said for
thicker.
it.
Everything gets thicker. Yeah, it's cool, man. I
Ah,
mean, she,
we're learning a lot. Everything gets thicker. I like that. We're learning a lot.
it's
We're
just my
learning a
cake. I
lot from
don't
you,
know. The cake
Tommy.
gets thicker. But
It's true.
yeah, it's true. I mean, I dig it. I don't care. I mean, whatever. I'm a guy. I'll be a guy.
You're a lot. Hey, I'm a chick. I think I just said she's hot. I have no bones about
Yeah.
it. I
I
have girl
mean,
crushes all over the place.
you know who's another one that catches my eye? But she's like married too, where it's like
Who?
that Rachel Ostovich chick.
She is hot.
Bro, she's fucking thick for 125.
She is really hot. Like,
Yeah, I know.
she's like, when she fights, it's gonna be like watching like that. Okay, who are they
She's
having?
like
Well,
another one that's like stripper hot.
yeah, it's crazy. And then you have what Paige Van Zandt. Who is she fighting? Coming back, her first fight's another hot fight. I'm like, they're just putting on like the cutest girls in the division together.
Yeah,
I get that.
that
Sex sells.
another
Sex
one
sells,
too that
Tom.
catches
Sex
my eye
sells.
too. I'll throw a comment at her on Instagram that Jessie Jess girl. I don't know, or Jessie Rose Clark or whatever that chick's name is.
Jessica Rose Clark she's hot too. Yeah,
Yeah, she can
she's
get it.
she's a good looking chick. It's funny because like women, like guys will never really say when another guy, they won't call him hot, but they'll say, yeah, he's a good looking dude. But like women, we're
Yeah,
like,
I'll say
I
that.
love
I'll
that.
tell him I'm
She's
not
like,
that
damn,
looking.
you know, we don't care.
I don't give a fuck. I'm open. That's all.
Yeah, like I'm cool with it. It's fine.
Um,
It's true though. I have like literally, I could go down a laundry list of like crushes, like MMA people, guys, girls, laundry list of them, got a lot. But it's fun, you know. It's like I get it, and I get why they like put on these fights because there's something for people to look at, and you know who doesn't. Like I said,
and I
sex sells.
we talked about this before. Sex sells. Sex and shit talking sells.
Both do, because if it didn't, there wouldn't be a market for it, and there is, and there's something to be said. When Paige first came on the scene, I'm like, yo, that bitch is marketable as fuck. She is
Right.
in spades. She's pretty. She's cute. She can fight. You know, then she broke off and did the Dancing with the Stars and did exceptionally well, which I didn't expect anything less. I
Yeah, she made some money. She made a. I'm waiting for my beard to grow back. I fucking hate being
we were
beardless.
talking about that. You do. You got that devilishly young, handsome thing going on right
Yeah,
now.
the baby look going on. I look like I'm 16.
There's nothing wrong with that. Looking 10 years younger. Nothing
Fuck
wrong with
that.
looking at 10 years younger than you are. I mean, hey, I gotta say, for an almost 40-year-old chick, I don't think I look my age. I see girls that are my age and a little older, and I'm like, ooh.
No, you look great. You look
Thanks, man.
fantastic.
I try. I try. When I see people and they ask me, they're like, "You're not really." I'm like, "No, I'm really about to be 40 in February. Like, that's not a joke."
Yeah, I didn't think you were. Yeah, you definitely fooled me.
Thank you. But you know, it's all about like how you carry yourself and how you feel about yourself. Like, I don't feel even close to that. The only time I did was on Halloween because I woke up the next day and I could have used 20 naps just from that night, and I didn't even really do anything.
Me, I mean, like with training so much, I hurt like an old man. So like, there's times where I'm like, literally, I don't want to do anything. I'm an old man. I'm always told like anybody I hang out with, they're like, you're a fucking old man. Like literally, you just want to train and go home. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking tired, yeah.
Well, you work. That's a lot of work. I did. You know, I couldn't do the series. I had a lot of personal shit come down that I have to finish up, unfortunately. But I had done the tryouts for Wimp to Warrior, and I've done kickboxing in the past, so I know it's not, you know, sitting there for 2.5, 3 hours, and that's like nothing compared to what you guys all do, and especially in a fight camp. It's tough. Anybody that says it's not, just it never really had a great workout. It is one of the toughest things in the world, sitting there and, you know, sparring. Oh my gosh, I've seen people, you know, get on that treadmill. I see people, oh, I ran 6 miles, you know, gym rats. I'm like, yeah, jump in the ring for a couple rounds. It ain't the same thing, honey. Not
No,
the
it's
same thing.
not.
And
And
it's not.
there's times where I'll hear some of my students because like they'll ask me what do I do, so I'll be like I do my strength and conditioning, and I'll try to get in a mile if I can because again, you know, I'm already dead from strength and conditioning, so it's just a little extra. So I'll do a half a mile, you know, half a mile to a mile, and then I'll go train. I hear guys saying that they do like 10 miles and then come train. I'm like, dude, what are you running a marathon or you're fighting?
Exactly. It's
You know,
two different things.
And yeah, and I don't run in my fights. I move forward. So
I don't run in my fights. I love it.
it's right.
And I'm always making fun of people. I watch fights. I'm like, motherfucker, just running away. Like,
Not me.
really?
I'll chase you. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. I'll chase
You
you.
gonna
Yep.
you got it. You got it. First off, that's it. Depending upon where you're fighting, that is part of the scoring criteria. If it comes down to decision, a lot of people don't know the unified rules. How a fight is judged is based on effective striking, effective grappling, and effective octagon aggression. Meaning, did you affect your opponent with all of the above? I'm thinking about signing up for the ABC course that Kevin McDonald, who's actually a friend of mine, he's awesome, has one of
Really?
the best social medias ever. And I'm thinking about taking it. Not, I don't want to be a ref because with my shoulder injuries, I don't think that would really work. And I don't know if I would want to judge because that's a tough fucking job. You gotta like eyes on the cage the whole
See,
time.
that's the thing that sucks. Like in New Jersey, from what I've heard, you have to retire fighting to ref or to judge, which
Hmm.
sucks. Because I definitely wouldn't mind doing that as like a night gig, like a Saturday night, a Friday night. I wouldn't mind doing that, but from what I've heard from other refs here, that you have to retire. You have to like Nick Lumbo won't let you fight,
Is that
and
just in New Jersey?
I'm not sure. I only know of New Jersey. I haven't
Okay.
read. I don't. I mean, I know the PA
Makes
commissioner.
sense. It makes sense. I mean, what did isn't Frank Trigg now a ref for Bellator, and he was a fighter, so it does kind of.
Not an announcer. I think he's an announcer,
No,
right?
he's Frank Trigg he's a ref because I remember I've seen him in there a couple times, and I'm like,
Oh, is he?
oh shit, look at
Oh,
this, I remember
I
him.
didn't see him.
So I mean, it makes sense to make that a new a next career move or doing cage side
Yeah,
reporting or whatever.
I
That's
don't
why I'm
know.
like, come do this with me because we got to get your chops up for that. You got the look for it and you got a personality for it, and it's not. Once you get used to speaking to people in front of cameras and all that stuff, it's really not that hard to and if you know what you're talking about too, commentating does help. I hear
Yeah,
people at
definitely
fights and I'm
looking to
like,
get
they have
into
no
stuff like
fucking
that.
clue. The
Yeah,
CES
I
that was
wouldn't mind.
here, oh,
See, I wouldn't mind commentating like like an amateur fight or whatever, but I don't know how. I gotta know the right people. You know what I mean? So it's like
right people.
I got you. I
I
got
know
you.
everyone. I could definitely get you a commentating gig. That is not going to be a problem. Um, I know people. But yeah, it's true because you know what? I mean, like I said, I watched CES that was at the Space at Westbury here in New York and Long Island. The fight card, I don't know if I really loved it. I saw a lot of decisions that were just grossly inaccurate. And the commentating, people were literally on the live feed making fun of the commentators. Um, and the commentators are from an amateur fight organization. I do not want to talk too much shit. I will privately message you who that is. Nah, I could
Stay
say
away
it.
from them.
Triton Fights' commentary team went and commentated on a professional card, and these are guys that don't even know what a fucking single leg takedown is. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, so I definitely see like I definitely would like to do something like again I mean it's a couple bucks whatever, but I want to go and be entertained. I want to enjoy myself. I want to study kids. I want to learn. Maybe they're doing something different than I do. So even though whether it's amateur or professional, there's a lot of things that they do that you don't do. Maybe they might make a lot of mistakes that you used to make, and then you're like, oh wow, that's what I used to look like
Absolutely.
as an amateur. Or hey, that move's really working for him. Maybe I might try that on Monday when I go back to the gym.
Absolutely.
So again, and I mean, I want to get my name out there. So I need the more I commentate. Eventually, I'm done with the UFC. I definitely would like to commentate for the UFC. So
And why
I mean,
not? I mean, so many of their fighters do now. You got Dominic Cruz doing that. You got
yeah,
Tyrone
Dominic
Woodley,
Cruz,
champion.
he was engineered. I'm telling you, he was definitely implanted with a chip of like everything. Because the guy can shit talk. The guy's very
He could
smart.
do everything.
Yes,
And he's what
yes.
I always loved watching him fight. Even I mean, back in the day, he's still I love him. He's awesome, and he's funny, and he's well spoken, and he looks the part, And then what you have Dan Hardy's always doing their European cards, and
He's
he's very
another one.
well
Yeah,
read
Dan
too.
Breeze, another one that's really really good.
It's true, and it's just another career path, and a lot of it's funny because we journalists and, the outside people that aren't fighters want to come in and do it. But you know what? It's always a great career path for you guys after your fight career that, hey, there is other things to do. And people don't realize how much other things there are. There's just
Yeah,
tons
where
of
there's
writing.
yeah, exactly. A lot of other, fighters either just veer away from it and completely, fall off the face of the earth. So, yeah, I want to do it just to stay, involved and relevant, basically.
Yeah, we don't want you to see you become a Jason Mayhem Miller, where you just go ham and all bad things are happening. Stephen Bonner just got arrested for DWI.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. DUI. Yeah, the fucking guy's
what
nuts.
the fuck? Like Stephen
No.
Bonner? I was so upset when I saw that. He looked like a serial killer in his mugshot. His eyes was all big and shit. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
he was definitely
He
lit.
looked crazy, and anybody that comes up to him in jail is gonna have a problem because that is a
Actually,
scary dude.
remember how we were just talking about how TJ Dillashaw wants to fight Henry
Yeah,
Cejudo?
yeah.
I think Dillashaw is gonna kill him.
Oh, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely. Dillashaw is on a different level, and it's funny because a
and he's
lot of
only
people.
32.
I
The
know, and
kid's
a lot of people
32.
don't like him. A lot of people, and it's what again, it's just a big part of the shit talking game. I mean, I've
Yeah.
hung out with
I think it's that,
Dwayne.
and it's a jealousy thing that they're
It
not
is.
at the point where he's at.
I can't personally say that I don't have my opinion on Dwayne Ludwig. I've spent time with him a whole weekend. We were all at a big seminar. I've actually done like 2 seminars with him. So I can't say that I don't have my opinions on him as a person. And I can't say that I don't think that what they were saying about him was right, because I think a lot of it probably was. Just seeing how he is, and personally, he's kind of a douchebag. Dwayne, sorry if you watch him, but you're kind of a douchebag. Yeah, it was really actually like I was a little taken aback at how dicky he was. I was like, I really expected a little bit more out of him.
He wants the best for his fighter. So at that point, it's like
And for himself, because I saw him do some things that were just for him. That I was like, okay, I see what you're about now.
Yeah. So like I said, it's his fighter. Right now he's riding the Dillashaw train. And,
Big time.
And Dillashaw's riding the Ludwig train.
Yeah.
So they're both literally scissoring each other with it. So whatever.
I like that.
But no, good for them. Good for them, man. I definitely respect both of them, and I would definitely love to learn from either one of them.
Well, you should just come to the super seminars with me. With the one this time around, December 1st. December 1st is Kevin Ross is one of the coaches. We got Kevin, Lordzilla. Oh, I can't remember John's last name. I'm going to have to pull it all up for you, but there's quite a few really great coaches on this series, and it's going to be in New York and LA. And I cover it for them exclusively.
I definitely want to let me know prices, and I'll show up.
Yeah, because I could definitely, they always do some kind of deal too, like a couple weeks before it. I know they have something right now with Glory that they're running some kind of a $50 off thing. I know they're talking about something maybe with Ring of Combat, but they always do good deals, and it's always it's just a great seminar to go to. It's one-on-one. And again, like I'm very friendly with them, so we could definitely get you in there, because it's going to be a great time. Yeah, and I cover it exclusively for them. I do all the interviews on, the people that are there, on the coaches, and it's a fun weekend. It'll be a really good time. It'll be a great experience too. You got some real legends in there. Lordzilla is like a fucking beast, so that would be pretty cool. I can't wait to meet the guy. And I've heard Kevin Ross is just phenomenal. I've actually interviewed him, and he's very inspirational. Kevin's a really inspirational guy. He's actually, done some, inspirational. I know he's done some talks and speeches and stuff, and I think he's writing a book, he said, but really, really, really cool dude. Not to say that his girlfriend isn't one of the hottest chicks in mixed martial arts, Gina Carano.
I'm not gonna make a comment, because if I go to that seminar, I want to learn, not get worked on.
Yeah, she's really hot. I'll say it, because if she's there, I'm going to be so excited. And I know we're also trying to set up an all-female coach one, and she might be one of the coaches. And so that's just for me. I'm like, I can't wait. I've had a chick crush on that bitch forever. So let's talk. Let's get into UFC 230. We have, yeah, about 15, 20 minutes left. So, what do you think about this fantastic card? I know I'm really excited about the main event. It's being overshadowed almost a little bit by Weidman coming back, facing Jacare. What do you think?
I. So what were you saying? Excuse me, repeat that. I didn't hear that last part about Jacare.
Well, I feel like the main event is being a little overshadowed by Chris Weidman coming back because he hasn't fought since 2006. It's actually since July 22nd,
Since,
2007.
yeah, since they fought Yoel Romero, right?
Yes. No, Calvin Gastelum. Wasn't that his last fight?
I don't remember. Probably.
Pretty sure it was Calvin. I'm going to look that
You
up.
might have been right. Yeah, yeah. I think Calvin beat him, right?
No, he beat Calvin.
Oh, did he? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
he beat Calvin, but Calvin beat Jacare, so it's actually really interesting to see. I was looking up the records the other day just to make sure. So I think it'll be interesting to see who that wins and who wins it and what's going to happen next. I mean, it could go either way. I was really excited and hoping that he would fight Luke. I wanted to see that rematch so badly.
Yeah, I know he got injured. Yeah, he got injured a couple weeks ago. Sucks.
And you can't blame a guy for not wanting to fight injured. I mean, just smart.
He definitely wants to fight him though, for sure. It's not like, hey, I don't want to fight you anymore. I was reading up on it. They after he gets better, they definitely want to still fight again.
That's going to go down as one of the better rematches and probably one of the most watched rematches in UFC.
I think so.
Everybody loves Chris Weidman. People are so excited just to see him back. I can't wait. I think that's going to be just a banger of a fight. I mean, I'm going to give the edge to Chris only because I feel like he's a little bit more well-rounded than Jacare. But, you know, it's a fight game. Fucking anything can happen. What do you think's going to happen?
Exactly. I don't know. I think Weidman's got to step it up. I think he's going to pressure and he's going to attack. Obviously, Jacare's got power, and you know if he does get taken down, he has jiu-jitsu. You know, Jacare is a black belt, so that's another thing. And he's I think in judo also, right?
Yeah.
So I mean that's another thing. You know, you could always counter his wrestling with it. So.
Which I think that's where it's going to end up is on the ground, and I'm really interested to see what's going to play out, how it's going to play out there. I mean, Chris.
And I hope I'm hoping Jacare doesn't gas out either because Chris Weidman's a grinder.
He is, and he's had the 5-round fights are not going to be very hard for him. And yes, actually, Jacare's last fight, he lost to Calvin. Chris's last fight, he beat Calvin. I think both were decisions. Yeah, so that should be, and it seems like this is also a precursor as to who the winner will face next.
So who knows? I honestly, unless they have him fight Calvin again. Or what the fuck's that kid's name? I forgot that guy's name. They might have to fight him.
There's a lot, and I mean Whitaker has the belt, right? So
there's a lot.
And I know Chris wants to make a run for the belt. I actually called that a year ago. I said he's gonna get. I just have a weird feeling. It wouldn't be a better story for the UFC to have him be a champion again. I think that would be pretty cool. So that fight is going to be really great. But, you know, again, I keep on feeling like it's overshadowing the main event, which I'm a little nervous. I mean, I love Daniel Cormier. I am one of the biggest Derek Lewis fans, even before he took his shorts off in the cage and said it was because his balls was hot. Well before that, I'm a fan of his. I always liked him. I think it started when he started calling out Ronda Rousey. His life crush. The guy's married. Like, you know what I mean? It's hysterical. I think it's
do this. I'm telling you right now, I get in there, I'm doing the same thing.
You have to. Look at what that did for him. Him getting in that cage, him winning that fight in the manner that he won it, taking his shorts off and saying his balls was hot is virtually the reason why he got that title shot. Even after, when the post-fight interview, he said, I am not ready for a title shot. And then he said at a press interview a couple weeks ago that they threw money at him like a stripper, and that's why he took the fight.
I don't blame him. I mean, money talks.
No, it does. And I mean, at the end of the day, first off, I don't know how that's going to, I'm nervous for him because he just fought, you know, Alexander Volkov. He had a huge win, big knockout, but he looked gassed as fuck within the first.
I think Cormier is going to grind him out. He might strike with him. If he
I think it would be
catches him,
smart for him to grind him out and just to, just to wear him down hardcore and get him
I think,
tired.
yeah, I think he's gonna fight him like how he fought Anthony Johnson that last fight before he retired.
I love Rumble. I miss him.
I
I actually
know.
miss Rumble. I do. Whenever
I
I see him
was
post, I'm
thinking
like,
of him.
huh?
I bet him and well, I was thinking that of Anthony Johnson. You know, when I was watching Derek Lewis, I was like, that'd be a good fight. I think Johnson would have killed him because he's got better gas, but
Absolutely.
it's a fight game. You know, any little clip can end it.
Facts.
So
Anything could happen. And actually, let me just give a quick shout out to Sensei Sean Rappaport is watching us. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Sean's one of my
what's
new
up, Sean?
favorites too. He's awesome. I see him at all the fights, and is he your manager? Correct? One of your
Yep,
managers?
he's one of my managers. Yes.
And who is your management team? Let's give them a shout out.
MMA Fighters Management. Thanks again, guys. It's Dave Fish and Sean Rappaport. They are the two main guys that help me through my career right now.
And the reason why I said that is because we have one of our very young friends, our up and coming talented Danny Maldonado is watching, and Danny put up a post a couple weeks ago about looking for management, and I tagged, I messaged him about MMA fighter management and told him about Sean. And I said, you should really think about contacting them. They're really great. They've gotten, I know quite a few people under their management team, so I think that would be a really good
Yeah,
move for
like just
Danny. Thank you for watching
tomorrow,
us.
just tomorrow. I mean, we got three of our guys fighting
You got
Lyman Good,
Live
Shane
and Good.
Burgos,
Yep, Shane Burgos.
and Julio Arce.
And Shane did a guest commentary at Aggressive Combat Championship. It was one of their last, not the last one, the one before, I think, at the Westchester County Center. You should think about maybe doing a team up of commentary with him there, because they would not say no to it. I'm very good friends with Tom Kilkenny and Eugene Perez, and I could definitely see them being like, why not? I mean, it's two big names. You guys got
Yeah, I mean, of
personality,
course.
you good looking guys. Why not?
Yeah, hopefully I have the beard by then.
You just gotta grow it in. Listen, you got that face, that baby face. You could wear anything. You could wear a beard, no beard, fucking suit.
I need a bib and a chewy right now.
Ah, a bit of a chewy. That was great. Now I have a lot of up and coming fighting friends that some of them. I had a friend that was about to start a family and wasn't sure how he was gonna have his fight career work out with that. How do you balance family time and having a fight career? I mean, it's even if it's something you don't want to talk about, I'm gonna bring it up. It's how I roll.
No, it's really tough. I would wait if he can. If he's already already planted the seed, then train to make time for the kids and at least maybe once a week with the wife. But like I said, it's tough. It's very 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 tough. I got two, so I'm dealing with that. So it's a tough situation. It's tough. Working full time, being a dad full time, training full time. So you got to pick your poison basically at that point.
But you get it done, and you had a huge win. Do your kids ever come to watch you fight?
No, actually, I brought my son to my first fight and I ended up losing. It was asleep, thank God. But no, I don't bring. It's business. So remember, it's business.
Yeah.
So they stay at home, and my
I don't
kids
blame
stay
you.
at home.
I don't blame
And
you. Like you said, the fighting, anything can happen. I would not. I don't know if I would want, my nieces or kids to see, I don't have any kids, but my nieces, I wouldn't want them to see that. It was funny on Halloween. I actually went to my sister's house all dressed up. I had her help me put all the signs on my shirt. And I walked in and my niece, like, she got really upset and caught feelings. She's 10 and she's really looked so upset. I'm like, are you okay, Violet? And she's like, I don't like that blood. I'm like, it's fake. It's okay. She's like, I still don't like it. It's scaring me.
yeah,
She was pissed.
so he watched me he watched me on TV when I fought for Bellator. So he was
Okay.
like very happy. He was excited. He wanted to fight. He was like, I want to fight for Bellator. I was like, let's focus on passing kindergarten and then we'll talk, right?
Ah,
And then,
that's great.
but I mean, he's very. I'm lucky. My kid is like very, very like involved with me. So like, But
That's
like it's
awesome.
hard. You miss birthdays. Sometimes you miss family events and stuff because of training and
Oh yeah, I've
food.
missed quite a few family events just even having to travel and going to fights. And I tell them,
Yeah,
listen,
exactly.
this is my career. I'll come over during the week or whatever I have to do, and I try not to miss the most important stuff. But at the end of the day, this is my career. You know, I used to be a hairstylist, and I was never able to go to birthdays because every Saturday I had to work. So
Yeah,
now
exactly.
it's just a little bit of a different ball game. And I'm able to balance, and it's like you said, you really do. You have to find a balance and be able to make everything work, and that's like with life in general, you know. Um,
Yeah, of course. And
it,
it's tough. Like I said, he's like very patient with me. He like waits for me, and it's cool. But I mean, I see like the time slipping so by me so quick. It sucks sometimes, but I'm doing this, so one day I can give him whatever he wants, basically.
that's awesome.
Let
You're
him-
a great dad.
I try to
So
do.
let's talk a little bit about these fights that we have going on. Pretty much everybody that we know is going to be fighting on the early prelims. A lot of well, yeah, we got Brian Kelleher is fighting.
Well, he
Uh,
missed weight, didn't he?
no,
I thought yeah, two people missed weight. I thought Brian Kelleher and that Sajard lady missed weight.
well, first of all, let's just talk about this. Sajara, if she missed weight, then
She's gonna ruin that title shot
it
in the
is. And
future.
honestly, then maybe Joe Rogan didn't, wasn't so out of line saying the shit that he said about her. Because that's, your
I
one
mean,
fucking job,
I'll
right?
be honest with you. I don't want to sound douchey, but I didn't know she was in the division until they posted about her fighting. And maybe
And
it's
now
because
she's a
she's
household
humble.
name because of it. So
Yeah,
Shadara, I really
exactly.
wouldn't be too upset.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I didn't know who she was. She doesn't have a lion, probably, which
Yeah,
is
I didn't know
cool.
she was either. I had no
Until
clue,
they,
and this is what I
until
do.
I know Valentina. They promoted Valentina. I was like, oh, who's this lady? I looked her up, and I was like, oh, okay. But she missed by like 1.2 pounds.
Okay. I didn't
So
see
that's
that. And I didn't see that Kelleher did either. Um,
unless there's another Brian on there, but a Brian missed weight.
no, I think that's the only one. And it's crazy because he's been super vocal about that too, about like floating between weight classes, like if that's the case with people having problems making weight. And I think at the end of the day, it does happen. I've had really good friends of mine, have to pull out of a fight because of a bad weight cut at the last minute.
I
A
posted on
sodium
Twitter.
dump, so many things.
I posted on Twitter. It's a shame two people didn't make two professional UFC fighters didn't make weight. I would have made weight on a bad day. So
Yeah, you would have. But you
um,
know what? I mean, at the end of the day, that's your job. Your two jobs are to make weight and show the fuck up and fight. Regardless if you win or not. Winning, you want to win, and like your job is to go out there, but your job is to make weight and be able to fight.
and entertain. You're telling
Yeah,
them the story.
people get mad when we call it a show. Well, it is. It's for entertainment. You
It's a
guys
show.
get paid to get to get in fights for us, and thank you, because I love it. I've always liked fighting. I've
Well,
always liked. I
and this is
started
the
watching
thing.
boxing.
I, w- I would love for them to be in the back to see what we deal with because
Hmm.
it's a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah,
Um, in my fight, when I got taken down, like if you watch the fight, when I was throwing those elbows when he shot it on me, I had to stop because again, New York is newer with MMA. So if one of those elbows would have, God forbid, not touched the ear, I would have lost a point right on the spot. That's what they
facts,
said.
facts.
Uh, if I would have did that again, I would have lost 2 points, and then
Unless
I
your
would have
name is Conor McGregor, then you could get away with
exactly.
doing 12 to sixes right in front of the ref. You could grab people's
Yeah,
gloves and shorts, and your
yeah,
opponent could go
because
and tell Herb Dean what the fuck, and it doesn't even matter.
yeah, because like in my fight, I rewatched it again, and I kept because I was annoyed I got taken down, which I shouldn't have gotten taken down.
Yeah,
When I landed those elbows, he yelled. He was like, "Hey!" And then I went to go push down, and that's where he was able to tie his hand. So I
yeah.
was a little annoyed, but
But you got
whatever.
it
Fuck it.
done.
Yeah, that's right.
You did, and it was really still one of my favorite performances of the night. I loved it. Between you and Jennifer, it was just great. And now you train with Shane Burgos, correct?
I don't act. I mean, I go there when I can on Fridays. I haven't actually trained with him. He is a lot bigger than I am,
Okay.
but I see him around the gym sometimes.
He's got a big fight.
He's
He's
another
fighting.
comeback. He's another one that's got a lot of knockouts. Guy's a
Yeah,
killer.
yeah, and I think it's gonna be a really good night for the Northeast, we'll call it, because it's not just fighters from New York; it's fighters from pretty much all over the Northeast against whomever. You got Matt Frivola. Um, he's coming off of, I think he got, didn't he sign from the Tuesday Night Contender Series? I'm pretty sure that's where they got him from. And he's out of full
Yeah,
MMA, and he's fighting. He's got a big fight in Orlando, Nevada. That's gonna be a
oh
tough,
wow.
right?
Yeah,
Lando's
yeah,
super talented. Not that Matt isn't. Matt's a really talented guy. So I'm actually
yeah. But
really
he's
excited
funky.
for that one.
Lando's funky.
Yeah,
He's funky.
absolutely.
Um,
Do you have a
I mean,
specific fight on the card that you're looking forward to?
well, I want to watch our guys, obviously. I definitely think they're gonna win. They're gonna do great. Um, I mean, obviously the main event, but and then the Weidman fight. To be honest, like you said, it's I think Weidman coming back after what, a year and a half almost,
Yeah.
whatever. I definitely want to see how he takes this fight.
Really, I do too. I'm really interested to see how it's going to go for him, being,
Because
the
this
time
makes it or
off.
breaks it for that rematch for the title. Exactly.
Absolutely. And I was going to say, what do you think would happen? Let's say, okay, he wins. Let's say he loses. What would be Chris's next step or their next step? Because let's just put it out there. They're never going to cut him. He could have 8 fucking loses back to back. They're never going to cut him. He's a draw. He's a name. People love to watch him.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if he wins, he could be next or one fight away from it. If he loses, it might set him back a fight or two. So again, it's where he's a fight or two away, or again, he's literally a fight away from getting a belt, or 2, 3 fights pushed back to
I
fight
hope
again
he
for the
wins for
belt.
that reason. I'd love to see him make a title run. I mean,
See,
who doesn't want to see the belt in the hands of a
I
New Yorker?
know,
Come on.
see, I know Andy, my coach, has trained with him, so they've trained. I've trained where Joker's trained, and so it's weird. I mean, I don't.
You're
I
kind of
want both
like,
of them. Yeah, exactly. I'm in the middle. I
you
mean,
want to see
which
a good
I mean,
fight.
look, it's not my career.
It's
Looks
true.
good for looks
It's
good
true.
for my house.
Now, that's actually what I wanted to ask you. How was it fighting on the same card as Andy Man? Andy's awesome. I've interviewed him. Great guy, super talented. Saw him after his fight. I mean, he had stepped in there after just having a fight, 2, 3 weeks prior to that, kind of a Derek Lewis situation. He had a big
Yeah,
win at LFA. How was that
yeah.
fighting
I
with
mean,
him on the same card?
it was great. It was a little weird at first because Andy's always in my corner. He's always my main guy in the cage. But
Mhm.
he talked to me about taking the fight, and he said if you want me to take it, I'll take it. He thought about my best option. And again, that was he didn't have to. He could have just said, "Fuck you, I'm taking the fight."
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, "No, dude, take the fight." I was like, we talked about this before about us, fighting on a card together. Um, so I was like, and I talked to him. I was like, "Dude, this actually came a lot faster than we thought because I thought it was going to be years down from now."
We spoke
And
about
it was an
that.
amazing experience. I'll bust his balls though because it was his first. I was supposed to be in the red corner, so he kind of fucked me on that. So I came out blue. Um, but no, I mean I enjoyed it. Like I said, I always enjoy my team. I always Andy, Mikey, and Craig and Melvis are always looking out for me. They're always looking for my best interests. And like I said, Andy has his own career, and he could have said fuck it, I'm taking the fight. I don't care. You have other coaches. And we talked, and again, it was like the best experience, and and it was like it was unique, it was like a little bond we had, because who else gets to fight with the coaches sometimes? Sometimes you're lucky, and then not even that, just alone, it's hard to get one fighter on Bellator. We
I
were
know.
able to get 2 from our gym, and we were happy and we were excited about it. It was an amazing experience. I got nothing but good things to say about Bellator. They took care of me. And again, the New York commission they weren't actually that chaotic. They were actually pretty cool. I was busting balls a lot. The
Is
one guy that
Josh
was,
Signorelli still a commissioner for them? He's a really good guy. He's actually a friend of mine. I know that
to
he
be
was
honest,
going
with
to
you, I
change
don't remember.
positions. I wasn't sure.
I don't remember the names.
Okay.
I had some older guy with I had some lady doing my paperwork. I don't
Kim
remember.
Sumner.
Yeah, some Spanish lady.
Hmm.
She could speak Spanish. She was cool. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, the guy that was assigned to me after I got wrapped and signed. I was just busting his balls. I had fun.
Was he tall and skinny with a shaved head? Because if it wasn't, it was John, and he's a really funny. He's awesome.
No. It was an older guy, gray hair, had a little lisp. Cool guy. He
I
might
don't
have
think
been
that was.
newer. I think he might have been newer.
Yeah,
But yeah, I was busting his balls. I
that's
was talking
awesome.
to, yeah, I was like, if I'm gonna get late, I gotta go into the bleachers. You gonna come with me? He's like, yeah, I gotta follow you. He was like, and he was busting my balls. He's like, yeah, let's try to wait until after the fight. And,
I
and that's the thing. Anywhere I go, I always bust. A lot of people look at me like I have two heads on my shoulder because I bust the commission's chops. And it's not like I'm being a dick, but I'm like, I like to bust balls. And like the same thing with the PA commissioner guy. He likes me for some reason. He doesn't like a lot of people, but he likes me.
Oh, you're awesome. What's not to like? You got a good personality. You're funny. You're
I
personable,
hope,
which is just huge. You know, a lot of people might not be so personable, and so where you could come up to them and talk to them. So I think that's just a big part of it too.
yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I
we got
like,
Mike Mean watching us. What's up,
what's up, Mikey?
Mike?
We got, is he gonna type lock up the gym? He
I
might
don't
send a
know. He
message with a
might.
lock
That
up.
might be his first comment. And if it is, we will be done shortly, Mike.
Uh,
um, yeah, now, before we do go, because we do have to wrap up sooner than later, um, is there anything that you wanted to talk about that we haven't talked about? Because I know we got a lot of shit covered tonight.
yeah, I know we went from talking to cats, talking about
We talked
busting
about everything.
commission goals. Yeah, we did talk about it quite a bit. Honestly, my biggest rant would be, getting into the UFC, or a Bellator fight, or, like I said, fighting in Japan or in Korea or wherever they fucking take me. Um, I just want to fight. I want to get another fight. Like I said, if it's a short notice fight, it's got to be worth it for me.
Absolutely.
It can't be for one of these little promotions unless I have a full camp. It's different. But I'm not going to take a 2, 3 week notice fight on a little organization that's going to try to pay me a shit amount of money. I'm going to take those big risks for bigger organizations. Anything smaller than that, I'm really not going to risk it. If not, I'm just going to chill until the beginning of January. That's what our managers and our coaches we were talking about. If we don't get a short notice call now, then we're probably just going to keep training and focus on January, maybe February. But I'd rather be in there a little sooner than later. So um, again, if Duke Rufus, if you're watching this, tell that boy not to hide. Tell Elijah not to hide. What's that other guy's name that just got TKO'd? Jose Torres. What's up, baby?
Oh,
Let's
Shorty,
go.
yep. That might be
Yeah.
a good one. And I mean, PFL is definitely. I don't think they have a 125-pound division. I don't
I
think.
wish they did. If they did, I would. I definitely would try it. I mean, if
I mean,
Bellator had
they're
120,
huge
I
and they
would.
really take care of their fighters too, like big time. They're one of my new faves.
You should put in a good word for me then.
Of course I will. I'm friends with a talent scout over there. I am friends with promoters over there. I pretty much know just about everybody. I've spoken with Ray Sefo. I'm very,
Really?
very tight with them over there. Yeah.
What's it called? If you want to do me a favor, get me all the flyweight names in the
You're
UFC.
coming New Year's Eve. We'll do that together.
Well, well, right now I need the names for the flyweights. So if you want to help me or anybody else wants to give me all the names for the flyweights, because I want to talk some shit.
I got you. We'll have fun. I'll share everything you put out there. You talk shit, you just tag me, and it'll be
Yeah,
shared.
because I gotta find out who's there and who's not there anymore. Because I don't want to be calling out these fucking jabronis that aren't there anymore.
Jabronis, that's a great word. I love it. I love it.
But yeah, I need to get their names. I need to talk shit. I know that Dustin Ortiz guy has the fastest knockout in the UFC, which I gotta tarnish that record. I gotta get in there.
And you will. And
I
you
need, yeah,
will.
exactly. I need to get in there.
You will. So now, before we go, I want you to tell everybody where they can find you, the gym's information, anything that you want people to find you or find the gym or fighter management, anybody. Time's yours.
All right, so I'm gonna start off with I want to thank my sponsors, obviously. I'm gonna start with my management team, MMA Fighters Management. Dave, Sean, thank you again for the opportunities we have had. We're gonna continue growing. We're gonna continue being successful, and one of these days we're gonna be in the UFC. Thanks again. I want to thank my coaches, Andy Main, Mike Main, Craig Hannigan, Melvis Figueroa, Don Schaff, and I want to thank also the Retro Fitness and Newton. Guys, thank you again for putting up with me during fight camp. Thank you for training me. Probably one of the best local gyms I've gone to for fitness. And again, Shane, the fitness director is freaking fantastic, knows how to break down every exercise for me, because I'm dumb, breaks it down to like the simplest form that I can understand it.
No, you're not.
I know, but thank you again. And then guys, you can find me on Instagram, Tom Espinosa MMA. Follow me and keep up with my cat stories, my cat nonsense, all my other bullshit. On my Facebook, my pro page is Tom Espinosa 2. My Twitter is Tommy_Espinosa 1. And then if you guys go on my Instagram, all my other social medias are on there. My Snapchat, if you want to snap me, snap me. I always answer back. Don't send me any dick pics.
Lies! I'm kidding.
I'll send you one back, and you might not be happy with yours and mine.
I have an arsenal. And let me tell you something. I could get some people in fucking trouble out there with the shit that I've gotten messaged. I have a heart, so like I don't want to ruin people.
Not me. I would. Nobody. So here's the whole
girls
game.
Girls don't do that. You're never going to open up a message and it's going to be a vagina. It's just not going to happen.
I've never sent one. So here's the funny thing. But I would, before I would think of sending one, I'd ask you, be like, hey, do you want a dick pic? I mean, at least try like that. Try.
There's nothing wrong with asking. That's actually one of the nicest things that you could do. No woman wants to open up a message and just, you know what I mean? It's just, we're not going to send you one of ours. It's just, I don't, have you ever been sent a vagina? Because you're not going to be.
No, I haven't. I'm too weird
don't
to get
do that.
I mean, who knows?
When I first started doing this, I'll never forget, I was getting all these random friend requests, and I would see like people you may know, and I'll never forget the day I came across a vagina. I was like, I don't know that vagina. I never seen that one in my life. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, man. Well, so my thing is I attract either girls that are going to get me in jail or gay guys. Yeah, that's my problem.
Oh, so you attract the have you ever seen, if not, I'm gonna have to post it and I will be tagging you in it, the hot crazy flow chart, and it's the guy that looks like, first off, he looks like a complete dweeb. He's got like these glasses on and he's got one of those pointer things. No. Best thing I've ever seen, bunny in the pot, and the things this guy puts out there it was hysterical, and he tells you what will the realm is okay.
Is that's not the teacher that tells you the
Aaron? No, not the same guy.
No, I haven't seen it. You gotta tag me in it. But yeah,
Aaron.
Like if I answer them, I'll go to jail, or I get guys that might send me a dick pic, so I gotta be careful with that. And
you're a really good looking guy, and you're very well put together, and your hair, you do. I could see that. I could see, guys catching the feels.
The only problem though I have is that I don't notice it. It always goes over. Like if they're flirting with me, I don't notice it, and then like I don't ever notice it. Like there's been a couple times where like they're like, yeah, like they're flirting with me. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You want to get extra training, I guess. And it's like, then you go and train them, and it's not what they wanted. I'm like, oops, I don't fucking know what you wanted.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So it sucks, but I mean, whatever. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck.
Listen, there was nothing wrong with that. I will not shout her name out. She's one of my best friends. The other day, she was like, man, Kerry, if I was into girls, I'd date you. I said, do you know how many girls have told me that? Perfectly good friends of mine that were like, if I was gay, I'm like, well, clearly you might be. If you're mouthing those words, you just might be. But oh yeah, no, I get along. all the time.
Don't
I
send
love
me
it.
don't send me a dick pic, please, tonight. I don't want to open up a dick pic.
Why do you always play bottom? Robert Schaefer.
What's up? Always play bottom? I got good hips. I don't know.
Do you know Robert Schaefer?
Yeah, I know, Rob.
Oh,
He trains at a
I
gym.
was gonna say, dude, you cruising for a bruising, bro.
I'm gonna get pretzel on him. Keep it up. Keep running his mouth.
Pretzel and Soldier are just gonna run the streets together one night. You're gonna
Wait,
like
is
see
your
videos of the two of them
do you
fucking
have a
shit up.
boy or a girl cat?
I have 2 females.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's what I have. I have female. My cat's gonna fuck your cat up.
I don't know about that. My soldier's a psycho. She is as bipolar as you could get. Sweet and salty. I love that fucking cat. She's right there sleeping all cute. If I go over there, she's gonna be flipping out.
Fuck that. I fucking hate my cat.
I'm a big fan of my cat. I love cats in general. I like it. I'm an animal person.
Hey, if we go to the PFL, then I'm bringing the cat and I'm dropping him off at your house.
All right, fair enough. You're gonna have to come out all the way to Long Island, drop the cat off.
Fuck, it's a hike. No,
I
yeah,
know. I told you I'm an hour away from Madison Square Garden, about an hour away from the city. So yeah, we're about the same distance away from the city.
yeah, exactly. It just ups and ends, yeah. That sucks. I gotta get rid of this cat somehow.
Well, you got to first off share a picture because nobody's going to buy a psycho cat named Pretzel, or take a psycho cat named Pretzel without seeing what it looks like. And I always put pictures up of my cats because she is just so cute. I can't even.
Like you said, it's that girlfriend that you'll never know about. Yeah, she exists, but you won't see her.
It's true. It's like that lie, that girlfriend or boyfriend lie. It's like, wait, I've never met them, but she won't. Don't worry about it. There's certain things that you just got to keep to yourself, you know?
She's there, but don't worry.
And maybe we'll win these tickets tonight. Oh, I would be so excited.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully we find out.
That possibly, I really thought I was going to win the ones yesterday for us. I was just jumping up and down, and then I saw somebody else. I'm like, you motherfucker. Damn it. And Steve messaged me. I'm like, why didn't you have me win? We're friends.
I'm not lucky like that. I don't win shit. I played the Powerball. Yeah, it's true. I played that Powerball when it was like super high. I only won $4. I was so mad.
Still, you won something.
Fuck that. They could have kept those $4.
That's true. I went to a concert. I think it was I don't remember what concert it was. I can't remember, but I was sitting there and we were sitting in like not really in nosebleeds, but in shitty seats at Jones Beach. And I kept on saying to my friend, I really want to be sitting front row. I really want to be sitting front row. And I was all pissed. And all of a sudden, these 2 people come walking up to us. It was like in between an intermission or whatever. And they're like, hey, we ran this contest. And I had won it once before at a different concert. And it was like where you text, some numbers to whatever, and you could win a free upgrade. And they're like, nobody won. And I'm like, wait, the contest to end up on the floor? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, I actually entered that. And they were like, well, we saw you guys sit together. I thought you were a really cute couple. What you guys want to think? And we were like, yeah. And I couldn't believe it. I put it out there enough that I ended up getting it, and it came right to me. It was great. So you never know. We might end up winning those tickets. Yeah,
let's hope. I definitely wouldn't mind doing that for New Year's. That'd be pretty cool.
No, this weekend. New Year's, I'll get press passes. That's not, New Year's Eve, we're going to sit press row. We're going to be doing interviews and shit New Year's Eve. That's a whole different ballgame.
I might not even do interviews. I might just shit talk.
You could do that. You could do whatever you want. You'll be running around with me. You can do whatever you want. It's allowed. I get to run to that place. They love me. They love me over there. And it was really funny because I knew a couple of the people that were running around the Coliseum, and they remembered me from PFL. They're like, wait, you're one of the only. I'm like, yep, I'm one of the only female reporters over here. That's me.
Oh, really? That's awesome. Yeah, like when we were there, they were fucking swarming 50. I wanted to go over there and be like, see 50 and stuff, and like Paige. But like we went by them and they were like so annoyed where they went and sat in their seats, and like it was like, all right, well fuck it, I'm gonna fuck with you today then. But yeah,
I'm the last person that will ever fangirl and run up to somebody. I just can't do it. It's not in me. Boyce Gracie was right next to me, and I kind of just literally bypassed him to talk to Red. I was like,
I get awkward because I know the feeling. Nobody wants to be bothered. I want to go enjoy myself. I don't want to be bugged, but whatever. I mean, people want a fanboy. You need those fans, so you gotta suck it up and deal with them.
You do until you're at the moment at that like top level. You know what I mean? Where you can just be like, fuck you, I'm out, you know? Like, yeah, no, you kind of got to cater to it a little bit.
You gotta suck it
I
up.
don't mind. I get pulled out for pictures all the time when we're at a local show. People like, Kerry Stellar. And, you know, I love it, of course. I'm all ham. I'm like, yeah, take a picture. Kind of one of my
Yeah,
favorite things, getting noticed at a fight. You know, that's like kind of like you guys. I'm making noise, and clearly people know who I am, so I can't be upset about that, you know?
exactly. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, that recognition is really, really cool. And like I said, I'm not doing it for the money. Because if not, I could go find another part-time that would make way more money. So
Absolutely.
I do it because I love it. And who else, likes to get punched in the face for
Makes
fun.
me feel alive. I actually enjoy
Yeah.
it. People are like, wait, you like it? I'm like, I got my nose broken, jump right back in there like it was nothing. I was like, do it again. Makes me feel
Yeah, I mean,
alive.
sometimes you'll get a headache and stuff. That's it. I mean, other than that, it's fun.
You
I
can
like
get a
it.
headache just from sitting home. I get them. I get migraines just from nothing all the time. Like, I'd rather at least enjoy
Really? I
myself.
haven't, knock on wood, I haven't had a migraine. Thankfully.
Ugh, the worst feeling ever. It's like just as bad as getting vertigo. It fucking sucks. But
Really? I think I get vertigo when I drive because when I drive, it looks like I'm rolling back, but I'm like, my foot's on the brake. It's weird. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
it's not fun. Supposedly you could do these like crazy head exercises because it's like about some kind of crystals in your ears and like get
Oh, I
into like
hate when they
almost.
make us do that for like medical, like pre-meds.
Yeah.
I'm like, when the fuck do I like move around with my eyes closed? I'm like, I'm
They want to
sleeping.
make sure that you're not about to fall on your face.
Well, there's times where I'm gonna fall on my face because I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Like, they're like, throw your head back. So I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna fall.
What
So
do
I
they
gotta,
make you do for all the pre meds, if you don't mind me asking, before we wrap this up?
stupid. Like this last one, they had me do 20 jumping jacks, count them, and I couldn't like do like one, two, like I couldn't stop. I had to do a full 20.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of checking my heart rate and like duck squats and like uh what is it, heel to toe or whatever, and then
Hmm.
follow the eyes or whatever, touch your nose, touch your fingers. It was
Yeah.
some stupid shit. I feel like a fucking kid.
But at least they're thorough, because at the end of the day, you know, you don't want to get hurt in there. You don't want to go in there already having an issue and not even knowing it, and having it not go your way for that reason alone. And, you know, so I like hearing that they kind of dot their I's and cross their T's and shit like that, because, you know, I've seen people like, well, I mean, I'm just gonna say it. Jennifer Duglen fighting Jessica Ruiz. Supposedly, Jessica Ruiz was in there with the torn ACL. I mean, what kind of team does she have behind her that was allowing that is beyond me.
Wait, was this just the last fight?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
really?
one after you.
She fought with a torn ACL?
That's what I heard.
What a dummy.
And her team. I mean, just to say, one, that you have a fighter that fought on Bellator, and her just to say that you fought on Bellator at Nassau Coliseum. I'm sorry, she could be watching. Fucking stupid move on her part. I really was
Oh
just
my God,
like,
it was like the dumb. Yeah, because first of all, that sets you up at 0-1. Second of all, that puts you in a hole, and third of all, that's your fucking leg you need to walk on. So like, if she
and
has
they
a real
carried her
job,
out.
if
They
she
had
has
to
a real
carry her out.
job, yeah, if she
Yeah,
has a real job, now she's fucking out losing money
yeah,
on that, or her benefits, or risks the potential job loss. That's
facts.
fucking dumb, you fucking dummy.
Yeah, foolish. And then that's what I tell people, get a good team behind you because you need it. You know what I mean? You need people to
She's
tell you
not.
when enough is
She
enough.
probably only made 1,500 off that fight.
Exactly. Which is what going to cover your medical. So like that's great. You just like, you know, destroyed a good portion of your year for for 7 minutes or whatever it was. Not even. It was in the first round. So
That was the
that's just a
first,
bunch of
yeah.
horseshit. Yeah, it's
I think
stupid.
I think it actually was shorter than my fight. My fight was probably the quickest, I think. And then
Yeah,
she blew me out of the water, like I said. Fucking bitch.
my homegirl. And it was so funny because when we were out in the press room and she came walking out when I did her interview like last week or whatever, she said, you were the first person I saw. I said, I made it a point to make that happen. I was like, Jennifer's gonna see me first. And when she walked up, she gave me a huge hug. I was like, I'm so proud of you. And
Yeah, no,
it's
she did
great.
good. I mean, I was pushing your balls. I didn't mean to call you bitch. I was just kidding. If you're watching, but no, I mean, excited for you. Don't beat me up, please. But yeah, that wasn't really a smart idea. I mean, like one thing is if you get hurt while you're fighting, but if you're
To
already
go in
hurt
there
going
hurt,
into it,
it's
there's no
foolish.
point.
Yeah,
You already knew. Yeah, exactly. You already knew the outcome.
yeah, it's super
So
foolish.
So they either got to sit down and talk, or that chick's got to retire. She's probably fighting for the wrong reason.
Yeah, I would definitely see a retirement out of
I'm
that
just gonna
coming.
say, I know a couple of people that just fight to fight, like not to, like for me, like for example, I fight just to fight because I like it. I'm not here to pretty myself up and you know, I don't give a fuck. Like if you can't make it to my fight, I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. I just
Yeah.
watch it from home. But there's people that where I'm not saying names. I know who it is, and if people are watching this, they probably know who I'm talking about, or a couple of people that I'm talking about. But it's like dire need that they have to be there. If not, you know, it's like they want attention. Basically, they're fighting for attention and
Yeah.
fighting, you know, to be relevant, which that's gonna get you hurt. It's not really worth it, and you know, it's done.
Yeah.
Um, so like I said, I fight it for because I like to have fun and I enjoy it. But I mean, again, too, though, like I'm also looking for, you know, opportunities down the road that aren't involving fighting. So if I decide to retire, then I can, you know, do something else.
And do
Because
it
I mean, I'm
successfully.
26, and I slur my words so bad sometimes. So I gotta figure out what I want to do, and you
You
know.
have not slurred your words once tonight, so these kind of things
No,
are good to get used to not
good.
doing
Yeah, well,
that.
it's some days. I don't know if it's just because I'm tired and I don't like talking quick, but there's times where I'm like, da, 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 da. I don't
It happens. I think we all have that. I have interviews where sometimes I'll get so stuck. I'm like, wait, just stop for a second because
Yeah,
like
that's it. I
it
get
happens
fucking
all the time.
stuck. I get fucking stuck, and then I get annoyed at myself because I'm like, come on, spit it out, bitch. And I'm like,
You're
what the
awesome.
fuck?
Well, you did not get stuck once tonight. I think you did really great on
Yeah, no,
our
we
first
usually
episode
flow
together of In the
good.
Girls Corner.
Yeah, we flow good. Yeah, so now that I
Mhm.
get to like curse and talk shit, man,
I
I
know
make
you're
it.
allowed. Isn't that great? It makes it just that much more fun because it's enjoyable where
I know.
you don't have to
I need
worry.
to get I need to get a name of these flyweights. So like for the whole week, for like the first week in November, I'm just talking shit on one fighter. Then the
I will
next week, I'm
get you.
talking shit on
I
the
will
other one.
compile a list for you of the flyweights that are all pro around here. How about that?
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, well, I want the UFC ones. I only
All
want
right,
UFC.
I will compile a list for you and I will send it over to you and be like, listen, this is who you're targeting. And you just got to tag me and everything. I actually put you in our bio on In the Girls Corner Instagram, and I'm going to put you in on, I'm going to put the picture of you that I took on the website and stuff like that. So yeah, if anybody wants to find Tom, you can find him on In the Girls Corner. Right in the bio, you can click right on your at Tom Espinosa MMA or Tommy, I think it might be under. Yeah, do you prefer to be called Tom or Tommy?
It doesn't matter. I have Tom just because you know my even though my name is like Tommy, I just wanted to be shorter just so they can get to it quicker.
What do you
Tommy
prefer?
Espinosa, it's like too. It's not really tough. It sounds like too nice.
It does. You sound so cute. It's cute.
It's like what the fuck? It was like, and I talked to my mom about it. She was like, we were at a carnival, we didn't have a name for you, so we saw the Rugrats, and I like the Rugrats. I was like, the fuck, mom?
That is hysterical.
No, I was fucking annoyed. She told me. I thought she had like a good thing about it. She's like, no. And then my brother's name is Austin, so they're like, yeah, we like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm like, what the fuck, mom? What are you, a redneck? What the fuck?
That's I like.
Yeah.
Actually, like the name Austin. That's really cool. I
Yeah, and
dig
then I get Tommy, and then you know how many times I got to battle with people, you know, because they're like, "Is your name Thomas?" No, it's Tommy. No, it's
So your name
Thomas.
is just Tommy, not Thomas.
Yeah, it's just
Awesome.
Tommy.
That's different. You don't hear that too often. It's usually just straight Thomas. So that's I like that.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
you
yeah,
go.
yeah. My mom gave me my nickname as my name.
I like that. We got to watch a Richard Cunningham from Northern Ireland. What's going on, Richard? We're just about to wrap up this very awesome episode of In the Girls Corner, and really excited, hoping that we win those tickets because we'll be going live like all night.
Fuck
I'm just
yeah.
warning you. I'm warning you. I'm gonna be the biggest like live freak that night. You guys will just be like so sick of hearing from me. Everybody's gonna hate me by the end of it.
Oh man, that's funny.
And at
No,
least I have someone that won't mind going live with me because usually I'm there
yeah,
with my friend Nicole. Shout out Nicole. What's up, homegirl? Usually she comes to fights with me. So Yeah, she won't be too happy, but that's all right. It is what it is. And she doesn't like to go live, so I want someone to be able to go live with. Like, shit,
Oh
it is
no,
what
we're
it
gonna
is.
shit talk.
I
I'm gonna
know.
learn some Russian words. We're gonna talk shit.
Oh,
I don't give a fuck. I'll learn 6 languages for that fight. I don't care.
yes, yes.
But
And then we got to get ready for New Year's Eve and December 1st for the super seminars. And again, guys, Tommy, give another shout out as to where everybody can find you.
again, guys, I'm on Instagram, Tom Espinosa MMA. All my links are on there via all my social media. So again, instead of me just naming them out, just go on there, click on the social media, and you'll find me on there from Twitter to Facebook to Snapchat. Again, feel free to message me. I don't care who you are. Just don't send me any pictures I have to reply to.
Just don't send Tommy any dick pics, and we're all cool with that.
Yeah, I mean, you can send me other pictures. I don't care. You can send me a picture of your dog or, fucking taking a
No
walk.
penis pictures, guys. No penis pictures for Tommy, and I don't want them either. So we're just putting a PSA out. No penis pictures for either of us. And you guys can find me, Kerry Stellar, pretty much everywhere. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. My personal Facebook is, I'm at my limit of 5,000 friends, so you're just gonna have to follow me on there. And you can find In the Girls Corner pretty much everywhere too. And I just wanted to say, Tommy, thank you for joining me tonight. This was awesome. We went way longer than I would have even expected, which I love. And I'm hoping we win those tickets.
Yeah, I know, me too. So hopefully we get them. Yeah, exactly. It'll be fun. A fun night.
And if not, we'll be coming to you live from the Super Seminars and from PFL New Year's Eve. So, guys, it is Friday night over here. It's probably almost somewhere nearing 9:30, 10 o'clock. Over in Glasgow, it's probably like 1 o'clock in the morning. So that's why my editor is not on here. Tommy's ready to fall asleep, so we're gonna have to cut this short. Have a wonderful weekend. Yes, enjoy UFC 230 tomorrow night. Tommy, I'll be talking to you in a little bit on Instant Messenger. And guys, have a wonderful Friday. Thank you so much for joining me. And Tommy, again, thank you for joining in the Girls Corner.
Thanks again. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Anytime. I'll see you in a little bit.
Yes, ma'am. I'll see you. Bye.
Bye, fight fans.
Bye.
All right, guys, that was an awesome conversation with Tommy Espinosa. He has become a very good friend of mine. We just have such a good time together. He is awesome. And if you guys want to give him a follow, you can find him. His on In the Girls Corner Instagram, and find him Tom Espinosa MMA pretty much everywhere. But again, you can find his link on my Instagram, and then click on that. I'll bring you to his page, and you can find all of his information on there. You could find all of his updates on Pretzel on his Facebook. Pretzel will be Tommy's cat. And again, you guys can follow us here at MMA UK on Facebook for all your fighting updates, cage side coverage, interviews, In the Girls Corner, many other MMA shows. You can also give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at We Are MMA UK, and you can find us on the internet at MMAUK.net. And again, you guys can find me everywhere at Kerry Stellar. Have a wonderful Friday, a great weekend. Enjoy UFC 230. I'm going to have a lot of fighting updates, and see you guys next time.